good afternoon, good evening. Under this is Tanks and Tutties, presented by Tubbs and Franke. This week will indeed be a quicker episode. Franke has some cookies to decorate with his family, and it is late for Tubbs, so we are going to, in quotes, fly. So let's get right into it. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. What did we do this weekend? Let's see.
This is why you write it down.
We shopped on Saturday, then did nothing. Then we cleaned our apartment, then did nothing. Then we didn't pack, and then we didn't sleep, and then we drove 11 hours.
Heard it from the source itself.
There you go.
We also watched football on Sunday, obviously. But yeah, it was a pretty chill weekend. Didn't do much. A lot of cleaning. Getting ready for leaving. We're out of Memphis now for 2 weeks. We'll spend a week here in Wisconsin for Christmas, and then on Christmas Eve we'll travel over to Michigan, be in Michigan for Christmas, and then head back. So that was what we did. How was your weekend?
I had a good weekend. Mine was kind of the opposite of yours. I was pretty busy. Friday, I went to the gym after work, and then Sid and I went to Clarkston, Pine Knob, the concert venue down there. What's the term I'm looking for? Jesus, I can't think of it. Stadium? It's not a stadium. But anyways, they have a drive-through Christmas lights show. It was pretty cool. We did that. We also had dinner down there. We ate at a place called Art and Jake's. And I was like, yeah, we have to go here. It's got my name on it. Delicious food, awesome atmosphere, bar atmosphere. We're getting one in Lansing here. It's supposed to be opening late next year, so I'm pumped for that. Then Saturday, Sid's family invited me to go see MSU and Baylor in Detroit. We've had this set up for a while, so that was pretty exciting. We went down there Saturday morning. Great fucking game to go to because obviously not a state fan, but got to see a sweet upset. State upset number 6 Baylor, pretty cool. We were supposed to be sitting.
Was it
bowl.
cool?
That's where we got our. Huh?
Was it cool?
Well, I lost money on Baylor, but I still had a fun time. So
Quite a
could have been
bit.
better if Baylor covered /won/ put up more than 15 points in the first half. But it's all right. We were sitting upper bowl, and then we got there early, so this usher came up. He's like, you guys want to sit lower bowl? And we were like, absolutely. So I think they just wanted to fill it up for TV. So we got to sit lower bowl right in the corner. It was fucking awesome. And then drove back, hung out at her parents' place for a little bit, had some dinner, and then watched the first half of the Lions and headed home. And then Sunday, Sid's family had a Christmas, so I went to that. That was from, I want to say like 12 to 3, and then I came home, just watched football and, meal prep for the week. And then I am going to bleed into Monday. Monday night was the first half championship for my bowling league, and my team was in there. We just had to win one game, and we lost the first 2, but then thankfully won the third. So first half champs for the third year in a row. Just need to win that championship now. So let's get into it, though. That's my weekend. Locks and Longshots. Once again, not doing well. Last week, I had the Dolphins -9 that hit. They won 30-0. Broncos +5. I said this because I was like, I need to fix the Lions. And guess what? I fucked up the Broncos. Lions win big. Great. Not mad about that one at all. This one I am mad about. Commanders +7. They lose 28-20. Ron Rivera went for 2, down 8. What are we doing?
No, I kind of get that. Because you go for 2 the first
and you're
time.
Down 6.
Yeah. So you have 2 chances to take the lead. If you miss the first one,
there is no defending.
You go for it
Kick
again.
the extra point, you're down 7. I don't give a fuck. Because now, guess what? If you would have scored the game-winning touchdown, you have to go for 2 just to tie, and you could have went for 2 to win the game. I'm upset about that one, but sorry, 1 and 2, not horrible. This week, I got to mix in some player props because player props that's been my bread and butter lately. So the Bills are taking on the Chargers here this week. They're 11-point favorites. The Chargers are a fucking dumpster fire. We saw it on Thursday. I don't think Josh Allen's going to have to throw much in this game. It's going to be just like the Cowboys game. It's going to be all James Cook. So I'm taking Josh Allen under 237.5 passing. I think hopefully he does all his passing in the first half, and then it's just a run show in the second. And then Panthers +5. Now, this line opened at 3.5, and it's already up to 5. So people were hammering the Packers. But all the money is on the Panthers when you look into it. So I'm just taking the Panthers here. There's no research. I don't think this hits. My brain wanted to take the Packers. I think they need a bounce-back win in a big way, and Carolina just won a game, and they're like, we shouldn't do this. But I'm going to start following what I see all the time, and that's like follow the money. The money's on the Panthers. I'll take the Panthers +5. So we're going to try that out.
It was the same thing last week for the Panthers, +3.
Yep.
And it worked.
Yep. Public was big on the Falcons. And, yeah, guess what? Panthers went out.
It was
so
like
hopefully
90% of the bets were on the Falcons, but like 80% of the money was on the Panthers. It was crazy.
Yep. So I'm trying to stick with the sharps there. Longshots, 31-57-1. I don't think I said my locks record. I'm 52-53-1. Longshots last week, Chargers money line, horrible. That one was interesting, too, because I took the Raiders in Paige's picks, so I don't know what I was thinking there. But Paige's picks is where it matters right now for me. And then I parlayed the Bengals and the Eagles. Bengals did their job. The Eagles obviously lost last night to the Seahawks. So 0-2 on the long shots there. Just won this week. Going along with the Josh Allen not passing much train. Under 1.5 passing touchdowns. They were big on James Cook in the red zone on Sunday. So we'll keep rolling with it. Allen under 1.5 passing touchdowns. Your locks and long shots.
All right. This is 2 very bad weeks in a row. Locks, I am now 35-67-1. Thursday night, under 34. That was a massive loss. I'm pretty sure the Raiders doubled it themselves.
Yep.
No, not quite. Almost.
63, that's right.
Yeah. Falcons money line. I mean, what can you say about that?
Right there.
Arthur Smith needs to be fired. And then Ravens money line. Just too easy. Ravens are going to the Super Bowl, so it's whatever. This week I'm going Bengals -1.5 versus the Steelers. We're keeping it easy. Not sure what time exactly I'll be in a gambling state on Sunday, so I really haven't even looked at lines yet. But I like the Bengals -1.5 against the Steelers. The Steelers are not good. Mason Rudolph's going to be starting now. I don't think it could get much worse for the Steelers. Long shots, 18-74. Still open. Packers win the North. We're shooting ourselves in the foot at this point. Bijan, Rookie of the Year. Like I said, Arthur Smith needs to be fired. And then Tennessee to win the SEC in basketball. Still have no idea. It's not basketball season yet. Last week I had the Titans -6.5. That lost. And then I had the AFC North parlay. That also lost. So
I think the Steelers were the only ones because Bengals won, the Browns won, and the Ravens won. So Steelers were your only floss. Loss?
Damn. Yep. So I gotta fade the Steelers this week. Exactly why I'm taking Bengals -1.5. This week though, John Morant is back. I just said it wasn't basketball season. It is basketball season for the NBA, partially when John Morant is playing. John Morant is back tonight. As we are recording this, I will be trying to watch the game once it starts, which I believe is in 20 minutes. Thursday, though. First home game with John Morant back. Playing the Pacers. Going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be a sold-out crowd. I know I wanted to go if we were in Memphis, but we are not. So, Grizzlies, money line Thursday. Probably going to be, I would say, the +200 range. And then I'm also going to take tonight, as we're recording, Ja 25+, and then Desmond Bane over 4.5 assists, +212. I think Desmond Bane's going to become more of a facilitator, especially with Ja Morant's first game back. So I like that. We'll see how it goes.
There you go. All right, right into NFL then, because we have no college football yet. Bowl season's just getting going. Nothing crazy yet. So the Lions, Saturday night, played the Broncos. I worked myself up about this game. I was like, if we lose this game, it's like I have no hope. And they looked fucking phenomenal. The Lions looked absolutely amazing. Sam Laporta, 3 touchdowns. Gibbs, 2 touchdowns. Goff had 5 passing touchdowns. Just so fucking awesome. Or no, Gibbs didn't have 2, did he? No, he had 1. Gibbs
no, he
only
had 2.
1. Oh.
He had a rushing and a receiving, I'm pretty
There
sure.
you go. Yeah. Where was I going to go with this? Jared Goff indoors at home is unstoppable. So the Lions need to get that home playoff game or else there's no hope for us. And then after that, all hope is lost when we're outdoors on the road, probably, most likely in San Francisco. Or I guess it could be in Dallas. But that'll be a big test coming up. But back
I was
to
going to
this game.
say,
Gibbs is I'm going to throw it out there right now, hot take. Gibbs next year will be one of the top 3 running backs in the NFL. This dude was underutilized to start the year. He has 1,000 all-purpose yards already. He needs 200 yards rushing in 3 games to get 1,000 yards on the season. Montgomery has a chance to get 1,000 yards on the season. We have they're the best running back duo in the NFL, and I won't let anybody argue that. Yeah, we're cooking right now. We're cooking. It makes you wish you didn't lose to the Bears, because then you'd be in it for the 1 seed. But now for the 1 seed, we need the Niners to lose 2 of their last 3. One of those has to be the Ravens, and we would have to win out. We've obviously got that tough game against the Cowboys. But back to this game, Amon-Ra wasn't even really needed, which is crazy to say, but it's also just such a testament to how many weapons we have on offense. J-Mo was getting used out the gate, which was very nice to see. That dude in space is crazy. Did you see his juke move on the sideline to get the first down?
No, the game was on NFL Network. I had no way to watch it. I don't pay for NFL. So.
All right, let me paint the picture for you. J-Mo catches the ball 9 yards short of the line of scrimmage, or 9 yards short of the first down marker. I think it was only second down, but the cornerback, it was one of those where they kind of face off for a second, and J-Mo's moving a little bit. The cornerback's moving. Then the cornerback comes in. J-Mo absolutely jukes him out of his shoes right on the sideline, tiptoes his way to a first down. Fucking awesome. I think he had 4 catches for 42 yards, which is a basic game, but just getting him involved on the deep threats, I think, opened up that defense to where they're like, we got to respect this guy. And then Goff was just cooking over the middle with Laporta, Amon-Ra. Reynolds had a pretty good game. So it's just like, if we can do that, we're fucking unstoppable. And the defense played really well. I was a Broncos believer there for a while, and Russ looked like shit. We finally brought pressure on defense. It was awesome. Great game. Just win out, man. Win out. Let me get, what would that be, 13-4? That'd be a great record. I'd be fucking amazed with that. Do you have any thoughts? I know you didn't watch the game.
I will have one complaint or one disagreement with your entire argument there. You said that the Lions have the best running back duo in the entire league. I disagree. I think the Dolphins is better.
That's the only solid argument. My only point is that because of A-Chain being hurt, the stats are better with the Lions. Therefore, as of right now, the Lions have the best running back duo based on stats, efficiency. Honestly,
talent-wise, Dolphins is better.
Maybe, but I feel like the thing with A-Chain is that he was hurt, and now he doesn't really look like he did at the start. But Mostert has the most touchdowns in the NFL, so you can't really argue that point. But I don't know, solid argument. We could go at that for hours probably, but I'll stick to my hill. And I'm sure you're gonna stand on yours. So, next game to talk about before we get into the picks. Your Packers lost to the Bucs. That's 2 bad losses in a row now, losing to Tommy DeVito last week, and now losing to the Bucs when you were firmly in the playoff picture. Now you're kind of knocked out of it a bit. Your thoughts?
Yeah, so I can sum up this entire game based on one person's name. But instead, I'm going to go to my trusty, non-biased source, firejoeberry.com, and just give you a little bit of some, examples and some stats of...
Joe Berry is the defensive coordinator for the Packers, for those that don't know.
Yes. For the reason we lost this game and the reason we should be fired. So, to start, Joe Berry has duped NFL teams for years. Matt LaFleur is the latest victim. Berry has consistently underperformed, whatever. Tweets of the week. So my favorite tweet of this week was the Joe Berry Masterclass tweet, and there's a picture of a gate on a sidewalk that has no gates around it. It's just grass all around the gate, so the only gate is, anyways, so why does Joe Berry need to be fired? Here's the proof. Week 15 against Tampa Bay, he allowed Baker Mayfield to become the first ever visiting quarterback at Lambeau Field to have a perfect passer rating, 158.3. Mind you, Lambeau Field is one of the oldest fields in the entire NFL. Granted, passer rating isn't that old, but Mayfield also became the first visiting quarterback to throw for 4 touchdown passes and complete 75% of his passes at Lambeau Field, playoffs included. He consistently put Devondre Campbell in pass coverage. Campbell allowed 135 passing yards, the most of any Packers linebacker since at least 2006. The Packers' overall coverage grade of 29.3 was the lowest grade of any team in a single game in the last 5 seasons. and he continuously put linebackers and defensive ends on receivers. So now you may say, okay, that's just one bad game. False. Week 14 against the Giants, mind you, this is last week, so make it back-to-back games. He allowed undrafted rookie quarterback Tommy DeVito to beat them, and we had 0 sacks against an offensive line that had given up a record number all season. Then you could also, for example, you could look at Week 5 against the Raiders when we put our cornerbacks 10 yards off the receivers from the 9-yard line. Against the Lions when we allowed 401 yards, the first game against the Lions, Week 4. 401 yards, 25 first downs, and 73 plays. You could also look at, Week 6 against the Broncos when we got 0 turnovers from the the team with the 4th most giveaways in the league. We lined up Preston Smith on Devontae Adams in the red zone against the Raiders. And, by the way, this defense is rated 31st out of 32nd for the second straight year. So, wait, quick question. Do you know who the defensive coordinator of the 0-16 Lions was?
Was it Joe Berry?
It was Joe Berry.
Really? I didn't know that. That's the 0-16 year was a little bit before my fandom because I was still so young. But how do you have a job ever again in the NFL after going 0-16? Let alone
he allowed 900. Yeah, he was there last. He's been with the Packers for 3 years now.
Gotcha.
Joe Barry's coached defenses by yards per game allowed. 2007 with Detroit, 32nd. 2008 with Detroit, the 0-16 year, 32nd. 2015 with Washington, 28th. 2016 with Washington, 28th. So then he gets fired, whatever, goes and does some college jobs, not defensive coordinator. Comes back, gets hired by the Packers. 2021, the Packers are 9th, which, okay, pretty good. 2022, 17th. 2023, not including this last week, 19th in yards per game allowed.
So he's consistently gotten.
No, he went 9th, 17th.
No,
19th.
I know. I'm just saying he was.
I was gonna say
bottom 28 to 32, and hey, he had you at 9th.
We also have 8 first-round picks on the starting defense, and we're the 31st defense in the league.
Hey, you gotta cut him some slack. Jair hasn't been playing.
Yeah, Jair apparently came out and said he won't play under Joe Berry. So
no way.
I don't know why this man wasn't left in New York 2 weeks ago.
He will. You have to assume he's going to be fired in the offseason, right? Because Jordan Love looks good. He had another good game. Jordan Love played a good game.
He did. I think his contract is actually up after this year.
There you go.
So I think we're just going to let him walk unless the problem is if he somehow by the grace of God comes back next year, then I'm turning on LaFleur then it's LaFleur's fault.
Right.
That he brought him back.
Yeah. That's bad.
That's
bad. The problem is he shows flashes like the Lions game, the defense looked great. The Chiefs game, the defense looked great. And
literally
that might bring him back.
3 weeks ago, I said how the defense looked good and if we could play like this, it'd be fine. And last year, the end of the year, the defense looked good again. And I don't understand what is going on. I will never understand lining up a D-end on a wide receiver 1 in the slot or lining up linebackers 10 yards off of wide receivers. And it doesn't make any sense. We've literally made the worst quarterbacks look like MVP candidates this year. And it's so unfair to the offense that they struggled and now have finally put it together. We have some nasty pass catching options now. It finally looks good, and the defense just can't stop anybody. So yeah, that's how this week went.
That's what sucks too is that the Packers are going to draft defense first round when they really should get one more weapon at receiver. Because you've got the defensive pieces. We talked about it. You need a D coordinator. I am willing to offer you Aaron Glenn, and in return, all we want is Jaden Reed.
No, I think what we need to do is, Belichick's not going to be with the Patriots after this year, so we might as well just go get Bill Belichick as our defensive coordinator.
Yeah, there's about a negative 0% chance that dude would step down to a coordinator position.
I don't know.
Yeah, bad loss. Baker looked really good, but it's on Joe Berry at this point. That website was fucking phenomenal. I enjoyed scrolling through that for a good bit of time. When did you send that? Sunday? Yes.
Yeah. I don't want to say I cheered for Baker to have the game of his life, but a small part of me was cheering for Baker to have the game of his life.
Yep.
For A, Joe Berry to get fired, but B, for my best ball lineup. And he did. He pulled out the best week that I could get from him. So.
Yep. Well, let's get into Paige's picks then. Try to get through these quick because I'm not opposed to getting done here. Thursday night,
21 minutes in, and we're into Paige's picks already.
Oh wow, that's really good.
This is impressive.
So this is probably gonna be about a 45-50 minute episode. That's not bad. Saints at Rams, gross game. The Saints beat the. Why can't I think? Who'd they beat? Giants. Giants. They beat the Giants. Didn't watch a lick of that game, as you can see. I saw a rumor today. I don't know if it was true. It was from a reporter, but he said that Tommy DeVito is sick of the Italian, comparisons with the social media. And apparently he was supposed to give his top 5 Sopranos moments, and he walked out and said, "I'm sick of this shit." So I don't know if that's true, but something to watch for. They were loving it after the Packers win. Now they lose one game, and all of a sudden he's a diva. So something to watch there. And then the Rams beat the Commanders. Nothing special there. Kyron Williams still very fucking good. I'm getting a little nervous about a possible Lions-Rams matchup first round because it would really hurt to have to take Stafford out of the playoffs. But, you got to do what you got to do. Paige's pick.
Paige has the Rams. I'm also going to take the Rams this week.
Yep, this is Rams for sure. The Saints don't know what they are, and Olave probably won't play. So give me the Rams. I'm not taking the Saints until they start Jameis, which could be soon.
I agree.
Bengals, Steelers. Nothing really to say about the Steelers. They did not look good on Saturday. Trubisky got benched. And then the Bengals had a big comeback win against the Vikings. Browning didn't look good in the first half at all, and then second half came out and looked just like Thursday night Jake Browning. So it was fucking very cool to see. Obviously, big loss for the Vikings in terms of the Lions. We've pretty much got the NFC North locked up. I want to see if I can compare each game to the Lions somehow. I've done it for the last 2, but I don't think I can.
Question for the Steelers real quick.
Yeah.
Do their wide receivers know how to do any type of run blocking?
No. Are you talking about the Pickens play?
Well, so that was this week, but 3 weeks ago we had the Deontay Johnson did the same thing on the fumble?
Yeah, it's I don't know if they're afraid to or if they literally just do not practice it because that would have been a touchdown if Pickens blocked.
It's like the Cam Newton thing.
Yeah, yep. The Cam Newton thing was crazy too because that was a Super Bowl. Like at that point, I would get my head chopped off in that one. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that was bad. What's Paige got here?
Paige is taking the Bengals because she hates the Steelers. I'm also going to take the Bengals. I'm a little bit worried about Jamar Chase.
Yep, so Jamar Chase, it was just announced that he's out at least 1 week. And I love Jake Browning. He's fun to watch, but I think the magic runs out here. I think Mason Rudolph comes in, does just enough to win this game. It's going to be a gross game. But I'm taking the Steelers. They have to win eventually. So they were in the playoff picture. I don't know if they are anymore. They're probably not. But the AFC's kind of weird.
Did you see the Jake Browning trash talk on the sideline against the Vikings?
I did not.
Because it was basically a revenge game for him because he was waived by the Vikings.
Oh, I didn't know
so that. He was like going mad on the sideline. So it's kind of funny, but
good for him. Good for him. Hey, when you're a backup, you gotta soak up those moments, because you get cut. Then you remember that. Nobody else does, but you do. Bills and Chargers. The Chargers played one of the most I can't decide if that Thursday night game was the most fun of the year or the most boring because it was so high scoring, which I love. Obviously for anybody that doesn't know, the Raiders won 63-10. I hit a nice parlay in that one, but honestly it wasn't close. So I don't think it was the best Thursday night game of the year. But yeah, Chargers are in a bad spot. But
on the bright side, they did fire Brandon Staley.
They did fire Brandon Staley, as he should have been. Did you see they interviewed him at halftime? That was crazy.
They did.
How do you interview a coach down 42-0 at halftime? What's he going to say? Yeah, we got to change something pretty clearly. I mean, that's
I was going to say.
And then the Bills dominated the Cowboys. The Cowboys can't play on the road, man. At home, they're undefeated.
I told you.
And, yeah, should have listened. At home, they're undefeated. I did have the Bills when I put my bets in on Sunday. But, yeah, the Cowboys can't play on the road. So they're undefeated at home, though. Their first loss at home is going to come to the Lions next week because they're on the road this week against the Dolphins. But, yeah, the Bills look good right now. I got my future in on them at plus 1,800, so I love it. I wonder what that's down to now. Gives Paige his pick while I find that out. I got the Bills at plus 1,800 2 weeks ago, so we're going to see what it's down to now.
Paige says neither. The Bills. They're both just like mid. I would disagree. I think the... One sec. Oh, here we go. My recording was frozen for a second. But Paige is taking the Bills. She said they're both mid. I am also taking the Bills. I think the Bills might be the scariest team for any AFC team to have to play in the playoffs just because they're getting hot right now. And if they find a way to win that division and get home games in the playoffs, I would not want to play in Buffalo during the playoffs.
Right.
So I'm taking the Bills, by the way.
I've got the Bills as well. That future is down to plus 1,200. Do I have a cash out on that?
I might sprinkle on that this weekend once I get to Michigan.
I don't have a cash out. I have a question for you. Oh, I do have a cash out. It's even right now. When you place a bet in Michigan, say you probably wouldn't know, but say you placed a bet in Michigan on your way home to Tennessee. When you get to Tennessee, are you able to cash that out, or do you have to wait till you're in Michigan again?
I actually don't know. Like, are you saying, like, if it's a future?
No, say you're at the border of, like, Indiana, and you place a bet in Michigan, but it's for, like, tomorrow. Then you get home, and it hits tomorrow. Would you...
Oh, yeah, it just goes right in. It depends. Like, FanDuel and DraftKings, it would go right into my account. But, like, if it was MGM, you have to have a different account for every state.
Oh.
So I stopped using MGM because of that reason.
Gotcha. All right, I am taking the Bills. They're my future. And, yeah, you're 100% right. Nobody would want to play them in the playoffs because Josh Allen can do crazy fucking things.
Plus, imagine a snow game during the playoffs in Buffalo.
Yep. We're due for a snow game. Haven't had one yet. We were supposed to with that, what was that, the Broncos game? And then they cleared it all. So,
well, the Packers were supposed to have one too, and they cleared that too.
Yeah, I don't think snow games exist anymore. So, maybe we'll get one, though. Colts and Falcons. The Falcons lost to the Panthers, and they benched Ritter for the second time this year. So Heineke will be starting this week. The Colts beat the Steelers, which we already talked about. They just ran it down their throats. Bad injury to Pittman. That was bad to see. And then Zach Moss got hurt as well, but they still just dominated. Paige's pick.
Paige says, for some reason I really want to say the Falcons, but they're not doing as good. Let's go with the Falcons.
I love it. I love it.
So, yeah. I flipped back and forth on this one because the Colts are banged up. We said Minshew Mania was dead, but then he looked good this week. Arthur Smith doesn't know how to run a football team.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, really, I don't want to take either of them. I think I trust the Colts more. So I'm going to take the Colts.
It's fair enough. I did the same thing as Paige. I was like, I want to take the Falcons, but they're not doing good. But I'm going to go with the Falcons. I think Heineke can produce some actual offense for this team. They have weapons, dude. They got Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan, and they're not being used. Tyler Algier are out-touched Bijan, which is insane. And I hope with Heineke in there they can generate some more offense. And the Colts are banged up. Doesn't look like Pittman or play. So
I wish that Tyler Algier, not cheering for injuries, but I kind of wish he would have a season-ending injury or career.
You got Bijan in something?
No, I like Bijan, and he's fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And nobody should have to sit through Tyler Algier getting 15 touches compared to Bijan Robinson's 7.
Right. I agree. Next up, Seahawks-Titans. The Titans lost in overtime to Davis fucking Mills. Got that one right, by the way. Go Jake. And then the Seahawks upset the Eagles on Monday night. 7 straight underdogs on Monday night. I wish I was paying attention to that about 3 weeks ago and just started to ride until it died. But it's too late now. I can't ride now. But Drew Lock is fucking fun. His celebrations are on point. Threw a dot to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Seahawks pulled out a win they probably shouldn't have, and they're still alive in the playoff picture. So,
did you see Drew Lock's? I'm assuming you didn't. You're probably in bed. But did you see Drew Lock's post-game interview?
No.
It was pretty great. He was like, he got real emotional and everything just because he was saying how he goes to practice and you never know like when he's going to get the chance to play again. He always questions like whether he still has it in him. And then for him to come out and have games like this, it was just like such a big thing. It was pretty cool to see. But
nice. I do like Drew Lock. He's cocky, but his backpack celebration is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
What's Paige got here?
Paige is taking the Seahawks. Do you have the standings up right now, like our pick standings?
Yeah, they're on the sheet. You're 3 games up.
Okay.
I forgot to mention, Paige went 10-6 last week, and Frankie and I both went 9-7. So Paige has her first winning week of the year, and me and Austin are still deadlocked. Austin's up 3 games.
I'm gonna do it. I'm taking the Titans.
That's a hot take.
I think this is the Derrick Henry's about to have a huge game because he just played like absolute shit. Ryan Tannehill's probably going to start. Needs to prove that he can still be a starting quarterback, so he's just going to light this team up. And Seahawks are going to have a down game because they just had a huge win. And it'll be a short week.
At one point, Henry had 9 carries for 0 yards against the worst rush defense in the league. That's kind of wild. This is the perfect spot to take the Seahawks, though, because if Drew Lock starts, it's Drew Lock. You never know what the fuck you're going to get. If Geno starts, it's Geno. You got a pretty good shot. And the Titans just have not looked good. I was all in on Levis. He's disappointed me. They ruined a parlay I had last week. I had a 5-team parlay. Titans were the only one to miss. Luckily, that one died at 1, so I forgot about it. And then when I went back and looked, I was like, oh, this would have hit. Cool, fuck me. So the Titans are banned. Give me the Seahawks.
I may be a little bit biased because I have Titans over 7.5 wins as a future. So they need to win out.
Oh, okay.
They're at 5.
Gotcha. Lions, Vikings in Minnesota. The Vikings, like we said, lost to the Bengals, blew a lead, and then the Lions dominated the Broncos. We talked enough about that one. Paige's pick.
Paige is taking the Lions. Short and sweet. I'm also going to take the Lions. I think it's going to be a tighter game than we think, though.
Yep. I officially stopped betting on Lions games other than a parlay. But not taking lines or overs, just, player props, throw $5 on it, hope for the best. I was close last week. But I'm clearly taking the Lions. But I agree this game could be close. But with if our defense plays anything like last week with the blitzing and the get to the quarterback, Nick Mullins isn't going to do shit. And then I have a not a predicament, a prediction. Jesus. I think the Vikings bench Mullins at halftime, and Josh Dobbs comes in and somehow comes back, and the Lions win on like a game-winning drive. That's how this game's gonna go.
That would be such a Lions thing to blow like a 20-point lead too and make it a 1-score game.
They've done it so many times this year. They were up 28-3 at half against the Saints, and they almost blew that. I think they won by 9.
Yep.
And then
the Bears.
Was the other one? The Bears. Well, we were only up 3 at half, but yeah. And then
but they were up big for a while there.
In the first Bears game or the second?
I don't remember.
It must have been the first, because the second they were down and they hit a field goal at half to take the lead. But anyways, not important, taking the Lions. I think they win this game, but I think I could agree with you. It's going to be close for no reason at all. Another poopy game, Commanders-Jets. The Commanders lost to the Rams, and the Jets, don't even have to say anything about them. They got blown out by the Dolphins 30-0.
Question, Zach Wilson hurt or benched?
Hurt. Did you see what his mom said?
No.
She said he was hiding concussion symptoms, and he had like no depth perception. when he went out there and played.
Jesus.
That's what his mom said, though. So
Dude's trying to be Tua.
yeah, he wants to go out there and throw some gang signs, he says.
Interesting.
This is a great game.
Yeah. Paige says, I hate both of these teams. I hope they both lose. If I have to pick a team, I will pick the Jets. She asks that if there's a tie, she gets plus 2 points. So
Yes.
we just give her an extra win.
Yep, if there's a tie, we can do that.
Okay.
Because predicting a tie is impossible, and this is the only time she's ever done it. If she did this every week, I would say no. But
Yeah, I would agree.
we should implement that next year. Tie of the week,
If
you
you-
get one, and if you get it, you get like 3 extra wins. We'll do it.
And it can-
we'll go
it
to
can be
point
like a-
system.
And it can be like a challenge too, where like if you get a tie, and like you pick a tie and it ends on a tie, you get to use it again. But if you pick a tie and you don't get it, then you lose it.
That's fair. Okay.
That'd be fun. I'm gonna take the Commanders. I'm up 3 games. I got games to spare.
That's a good spot. Are the Commanders favored?
No, they're 3-point dogs, but I have no idea who's going to be quarterback for either one of these teams.
Yeah, and I thought the Commanders were favored in this. I thought I was taking the dog, but I'm taking the Jets.
Yeah.
By the way, I just gave that away. I guess their defense is still good, and the offense saved all their offense for this week. I'm hoping. I guess
You can hope.
Dolphins' defense is a lot better than the Commanders' defense is. So hopefully we just get one of those Zach Wilson legacy games again. Packers-Panthers. We already talked about the Packers. Panthers beat the Falcons. I didn't watch a second of that game. I did see a stat. The Panthers have 2 wins this season, and they've led for a total amount of time of 0 seconds. 2 game-winning field goals. Yep, 2 game-winning field goals.
Somebody else was like that, where they... Oh. Never mind.
What?
I won't do. There was a year where the Packers beat the Lions twice and led for a combined total of like 3 seconds.
Yeah, I remember that. That was our sophomore or junior year of college, right? When we were at B-dubs for the one.
Yeah, we kicked game-winning field goal.
Yep. That shouldn't have happened because, what was it, pass interference that Zach was arguing?
No.
Holding or something? I don't remember.
No.
Let's fly through these because I think we know who we're all picking.
I'm taking the Packers. Paige is taking the Packers. I'm taking the Packers. # fire Joe Berry.
Fair enough. I am taking the Packers. I've got the Panthers spread. I don't think they win this game, but 5 points, I think they can lose by 5 points. I think that it'll be something weird, like they give up a safety or something, and then the Packers win.
I have a proposition
10.
to the Green Bay Packers.
Go ahead.
If the Packers lose this game, I want Joe Berry executed at midfield.
At halftime show.
No, because we'd have to lose the game.
Oh my
God.
No. Here's what if they lose,
if we don't cover the spread, then he only has to. Okay, if we don't cover the spread, then next week at halftime, public humiliation, and if we lose, then he gets executed after the game at midfield.
So what you do
That
is
feels fair.
after this week, like you said, if they don't cover the spread but win, then public humiliation, like throw tomatoes at him and he's naked or whatever. If they lose, you let him coach one last half of football next week, and then at halftime he gets executed.
Fair.
There you go.
Deal.
One last going out. All right. Browns and Texans. The Browns won a crazy game, actually, against the Bears. Joe Flacco looked good again. The Bears had a chance to win it. They had a Hail Mary at the end of the game that fell right in Mooney's lap, and he proceeded to kick it up into the air for the defender to intercept it and go down and win the game. Fun stat in this one was that Fields had 2 picks, both on Hail Marys, and one of them didn't count. At halftime, the guy did not get his foot in bounds, and it still stayed as an interception. And then, like we said, the Texans lost to the Titans. So, do you have anything to add? And Njoku's nasty, by the way. He had a sweet touchdown.
Yeah, you stopped relating these games to the Lions after about 3 of them. That's
no,
all.
I know, because I looked ahead and I was like, there's nothing I can do here.
Yeah, Browns defense is still very good.
Yep. Jim Schwartz. That's how I can relate it to the Lions. I want the Lions to go get Jim Schwartz in the offseason. Bring him back, D coordinator. Talk about the ultimate, and that's how we'd win the Super Bowls. Bring back Jim Schwartz because you fight all your demons and you exercise that monster inside of you, and Jim Schwartz comes back and this defense is elite again.
Okay. Paige is taking the Texans. She says hook 'em horns. I don't know if I'm just seeing the board differently than you or what. I'm taking the Browns.
I needed this. I didn't do anywhere I was like, oh, I could get this one from Austin. Nope. I think the Texans win this game. I think Stroud plays, and they're still fighting. They can win the fucking division, dude. They're fighting.
Yeah.
And Joe Flacco is about ready to fucking die out there. And he makes some bad throws that he's gotten bailed out on, and I think the Texans just got to capitalize on a couple of those. The Browns have no run game either, by the way. None.
I am fully on the Joe Flacco train, and I am just being a box score warrior here. Joe Flacco's looked fantastic.
His stats look fantastic.
Exactly.
Oh my God, Stroud is still in protocol. Fuck.
Yep. And the Browns defense is just still good. And David Njoku, like you said, dog. Amari Cooper looks great. Who needs to run the ball when you can just throw for 500 air yards a game like Joe Flacco?
I am taking a chance that Stroud plays, even though he's still in protocol. That's bad. How often do people have concussions that keep them out 2 weeks? Not often. I'm sticking with Texans. I think Stroud plays. I don't care. All right, next game.
I don't think that they should be favored, but
no, and I think it's a good time to take the Browns because if Stroud doesn't play, the Browns will likely win that game.
Yep, that's what I was thinking as I was writing this up. So
you're saying Stroud's not going to play, Browns win. I'm saying Stroud plays, Texans win. So we'll void those out. If Stroud plays, we'll void yours out. And if Stroud doesn't play, we void mine out. I'm just kidding.
I'll keep mine
voids.
regardless.
I'm saying no voids.
Okay.
Jags and Bucs. We talked about the Bucs, and the Jags lost to the Ravens on Sunday night. Unfortunately, they had a lot of chances. They missed 2 field goals at halftime. They ran out of time on the clock for the second time this year, and like their defense looked fine. Like Lamar didn't really do too much crazy. It was just he did enough. The Jags offense couldn't get it going in the second half. Paige's pick.
Paige taking the Jags. I'm also taking the Jags.
Full sweep. I got the Jags as well. Cardinals, Bears. The Cardinals did not cover against the 49ers. I thought they could have. Let's see. The Bears we already talked about. They lost to the Browns. Go ahead.
Paige taking the Cards for shits and gigs, she says. I'm taking the Bears. Justin Fields is fighting for his job and his career.
Yep.
And their defenses look decent. So
the Bears' defense has been good. And the Cardinals' offense looked good against the 49ers as well. So I think this is a high-scoring game, but I think the Bears win.
The offense didn't look good.
I forgot they had that defensive touchdown.
It was garbage time.
Yep. I take that back.
Because I have Kyler in fantasy, and he didn't do shit until the last 3 minutes of the game.
There you go. I still have the Bears. Cowboys, Dolphins, we have talked about both. Paige's pick.
Shocker. Paige is taking the Cowboys. I'm taking the Dolphins. Like I said last week, Cowboys can't win on the road. That's all I need. So
I finally learned this. I'm taking the Dolphins as well. Cowboys can't win on the road.
This is the week I should have picked the Cowboys because now that you flipped, now the Cowboys are going to flip.
Yeah, good point. I'm flipping. Cowboys.
No, I'm Talk you right back into it.
I'm sticking with the Dolphins.
Oh, God. I was hoping.
Patriots, Broncos. The Patriots lost to the Chiefs. Didn't really watch that game at all. I just know that Travis Kelce didn't score a touchdown for my parlay. Fuck him. Broncos, we talked about them. They got clapped. Paige's pick.
Paige is taking Western Michigan University.
We should make that a loss. It's not Western.
No, but
Keep
I get what
Western's name out your mouth.
I get what she means.
I know.
He says we should mark your pick for Western Michigan as a loss because it's the Broncos, not Western. He says keep Western Michigan out of your mouth.
Man, you made that sound so much worse than I said it.
She's not listening to me.
So aggressive.
Anyways, I'm taking the Broncos.
I've got the Broncos, too. It's a bounce-back spot. They just got blown out. They're still in the playoff picture. The Patriots have nothing to play for, except for spoilers.
Oh,
so I really should take the Patriots.
I said that Jake says that we should count your Western Michigan University pick as a loss because it's the Broncos and keep Western Michigan University out your mouth.
The Broncos are also Western Michigan University.
Raiders, Chiefs.
Sorry for my confusion.
Raiders looked awesome Thursday night. Chiefs, we just talked about. Paige's pick.
She's taking the Chiefs, but she kind of likes the Raiders, but she also still kind of hates the Raiders. Mm-hmm. So she's taking the Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs. This might be I have a feeling the Chiefs might just blow the fuck out of the Raiders this game.
Yeah, I kind of banned double-digit spreads for myself, but I could see that because the Raiders are going to be all high and mighty coming off last week's win. The Chiefs have been frustrated. Their offense is not clicking, and this is probably the spot to get it done.
I feel like the Chiefs are at the same place with Kadarius Toney as I am with Joe Berry.
Yeah. Yeah, except the Chiefs are more stuck with Toney, though, because they need him, but he's garbage. You don't need Joe Berry. I don't know if I said it outright. I have the Chiefs. Giants and Eagles. Eagles lost on Monday night. Very disappointing. 3 in a row now for them, but they're out of the gauntlet. I said that last week, but it looks like they're starting their own gauntlet, but it's the Giants. And then the Giants lost to the Saints. Tommy DeVito upset with the team.
Paige is taking the Eagles. She says this game is nasty. I'm taking the Eagles as well.
Yeah, I've got the Eagles. You can't not take a double-digit spread on a money line. Like, if you held a gun to my head and said, who wins this game, it's Eagles every fucking time. So, Ravens-Niners, game of the week. Niners coming off big win against the Cardinals. They're fighting for the 1 seed. If they lose this game, this is my tie back to the Lions. If they lose this game, there is no more tiebreaker with the Lions. If they lose one more, the Lions win out. We would have the 1 seed and a bye. So go Ravens. I'm flipping my pick because I need the Niners to lose. I'm taking the Ravens. Oops, I can't spell. The Racibs. Boom. I've got the Ravens. Paige has.
Sorry, she's talking in my ear here. She wants me to correct myself. On the last game, she wasn't saying that the Eagles-Giants was a nasty game. She was saying that the Giants are a nasty team. Anyways.
So Paige hates Italians.
Yes, she hates Italians.
Racist.
I do.
You hate Italians?
No.
Oh, because the Giants quarterback is an Italian.
Oh, I just think their whole setup is stupid, and their name is stupid, and their logo is stupid.
And they're in a city that they don't even play in.
Now she's insulting NFL history.
Eliminate them.
Anyways, she's taking the Ravens because, whoa.
Hey, she said it, not me. She said, I hope your mic picks that up.
Anyways, she's taking the Ravens because they're winning the Super Bowl. I hate that you flipped on this. Because, did you?
Yes, I need the Ravens to win this game. I need the Lions to have that first round bye. I need it. Flip. Do it. Pick against your Super Bowl winning team.
I want the Ravens, but I'm scared.
You should be. It's in San Francisco. The Niners are clicking right now. They know they got a lot of people that are in the playoffs in their fantasy leagues counting on McCaffrey, Debo, Ayuk, Kittle. People are even starting Brock Purdy at this point. Like, the eyes are going to be on the Niners.
Nope, can't talk me out of it. Fuck Brock Purdy. Go Ravens. I'm taking the Ravens.
Brock Purdy's not the fucking NFL MVP. I'm saying it now.
No.
All right. Good speed there. Numbers. We are down 90. So this would take us to triple digits for the first time, I think, ever.
Hey, give us a number between 0 and 36.
Give us one number. Well, it can't be
14.
14. We'll throw that in. All right, there we go. Maybe that's what we need, just something to spice it up.
Yep.
All right, let me load this up. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Uh-oh. I'm opted into their little wager 10 cents to make blah, blah, blah.
Oh, a little bit of an update. My best ball lineup. I didn't tell you this. I was going for the Millie. Made it through round 1 into round 2. I needed to finish first place. Had Baker Mayfield as my quarterback this week because C.J. Stroud and Justin Herbert were injured.
God. 3 of our numbers have hit in the last 3, but we're in.
Ooh.
It's gone 0, 24, and 9 the last 3. Fuck, I should have waited.
Regardless, I finished second by 6 points, and if the Calvin Ridley touchdown...
We got 3 at 100x and 2 at 200x. Come on, one time.
Oh, shit.
One time, we need it. We need it. Bring us back to even. Oh, it's 30, though. We hit. It's 30. It's 30.
Hell yeah.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
We're going to run this back with $1 chips. Thank you. We needed that. Oh, I wish it could have been one of those X's, though, man. Woo. That would have been a big one.
What numbers were it? Was it 2 and 3?
One. Wait, I did too many. 0, 2, 3. Oh, we don't use 7. There we go. Huh? It was 30.
2 and 3?
2 and 3
No.
had the Lightnings.
Yeah. Regardless, best ball lineup, placed second by 6 points. If the Calvin Ridley
Oh my God,
touchdown,
5
that
Lightning
should have been
numbers. Woo-hoo-hoo! All right, we got 23 at 150x and 3 at 50x. Hit one of them.
Come on.
Hit one of them. Do we have that? 13. Let's go. Back to back. All right.
Back to back.
All right. Let's run it again.
We're back on the board.
All right, so we are up 50 currently today. So that means we're down 40.
40.
You can put that in. If this hits, it would be good. So right now our numbers have gone 5 in a row.
Shit.
Keep it going. This is 2 in a row for us. Let's hit 5 in a row ourselves.
What episode is this? 76?
76. Sorry to keep interrupting your best ball, but we're on a heater here. All right. No lightning number for the boys this time. That's all right, though. It's going to hit 0. I got a feeling. Calling out 0. It's not 0. It's 30, though. It's 30, though. There's 3 in a row. Come on, baby. Keep rolling. We needed this. All right. We are up 70 today now. So
this is to tie the record.
So we're down 20. Yeah, this is tie the record. Keep it going.
4 straight. Episode 65.
We are down 20. We're getting $35 a piece right now, Frankie. Let's go. Good shit. We needed that. Or, you know what we could do? We could take my whole balance that I have right now and put it on the Grizzlies. I think they're down right now. I'm just kidding.
Are they down?
We're not doing that. All right, lightning numbers. We don't have one. Come on, keep it rolling.
They're up 25-21.
Very nice. I took their money line at plus 280. Come on, hit it. Oh, it's 7. I play 7 on my own. Oh. All right, pick one number. We're gonna do a 5 spot. One of us.
14.
All right, you're taking 14. I'm taking. Big decision. 2. Are you okay with this? By the way, this is $10 out of our pocket, so we'll be up 60.
That's fine.
All right. But this is to get mega up. So right now you can put in there we're down 30 for the season. Unless we hit this. This would be huge. With a lightning number, imagine. You gotta push when you're hot. Oh, I thought 14 got a lightning. It didn't. 17 and 18. 14 and 2. What are the odds on this, by the way? 1 out of 18? Not very good.
Not great.
Oh, it was 12. I thought it was 14.
Shit.
I got excited. All right,
That's right.
Hey, very good. We are down 30 now, which is good. We just hit, what was that, 3 in a row? Let's go.
Yeah.
Did you write down what
30,
numbers?
30 was your number, right?
No, 30's yours. Yeah, you got it. You hit back-to-back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you got 30, and then it hit, hang on, I forgot now. 13, which is mine.
Yep.
No, because I do 0, 2, 22. I think I do 9
No,
and
13's
3.
yours.
So do you have 9 then? Oh, maybe you... I don't know. 13's mine, though. I like 13.
No, wait, we hit 9? That was the first one?
No. So it went 30, 13, 30 is what we had.
Oh, okay.
So 30 twice. There you go. 30's a hot one. Good shit. Let's go. We're back. All right. Anything to add? Oh, go with your best ball quick.
If I would have advanced to next week, it was guaranteed $50, and then advanced to the next week, guaranteed $500 with a chance at $1 million. And I just needed to get through this week with CJ Stroud out and half my fucking team out, Isaiah Pacheco, AJ Dillon, all that. I lost by 6 points, and if Calvin Ridley would have he caught a touchdown that they didn't count, and even Terry McAuley said it was a clear and obvious touchdown on Sunday night. If that touchdown would have counted, I would have won and advanced next week. So, little upset, but...
Hey, you win some, you lose some. Try again next year, right?
Yeah, I made 8 lineups this year, so that means I have to make 16 next year.
There you go. Double it up. All right, everybody,
Yeah.
have a good, happy holidays, Christmas this week. Enjoy some Christmas football with your family. Can't wait to watch the Lions win to kick me off into Christmas. And we'll see you next week.
Maybe.
Have a great week,
Peace.
everybody. Hit some tanks, door some tutties. We'll see you.
Peace.